Hey star-powered friends, welcome to the year of the Earth Boar. From February 5th, 2019 until January 24th, 2020, we are now in the year of the Earth Pig, Earth Boar, Earth Pig. It's a gold pig. It's a gold boar. And this year, I'm going to keep it real simple. Real simple. What has just begun with the new moon in Aquarius that rolled in on February 4th, and the next day, always after the Aquarian new moon, in the second new moon in the natural new year, after the December 21st winter solstice, flows in the animal year. So it really takes a couple of months for the new year to come in. We have a succession of events that begin to really lay down the course for the new year. So we had our first threshold that we crossed on December 21st, 2018, and then we had a new moon in Capricorn. We had the collective new year, January 1st, 2019. So there's another threshold, and then we had the first new moon following the winter solstice, the Capricorn new moon in an eclipse. So and then so then that's another threshold. So now we've crossed the fourth threshold that is really landing us into the energies of the next 12 months, 11 to 12 months. So with this year that's just flowed in, we're in it now. I feel it resonating. Powerful morning, just for a little personal snippet. Powerful morning, getting a phone call, and just life is changing. Life is changing in my life, and all the people involved in my life, and the story of my life are arriving to a ground that I've been waiting for. And I never knew how it was actually going to be in my future selfing, visioning in the course of my life, and how I've been visioning my life. So here I am in my 48th year, and oh my God, the world is changing. So how is it changing? What the heck is the year of the Earth Boar? The last time the year of the Earth Boar happened was 60 years ago, 1959. So what this year is, in conjunction with this is in flow with all the other things that are happening this year. We've got a Jupiter in Sagittarius, we've got Saturn in Capricorn, we have Uranus getting ready to go into a new sign of Taurus, so that's bringing in a new era. The fact that Uranus is actually officially going into a new sign in March, the very last day before the next new moon in Pisces. Actually, yeah, the hours before the new moon in Pisces, Uranus moves into the sign of Taurus. This month, with this Aquarian new moon in this first flush of the year of the Earth Boar, which I'm going to get to really specific about what this year is about, and it's just a couple of sentences. Before I go there, we have Chiron also ushering us into a new era on February 18th, right before the full moon in 2 weeks. The full moon in Virgo. So we are in new times. It's happening. It really is happening. What's happening? What's happening? Awakening's happening. What is that? Life. You're alive. We're alive. You were conceived. You had a gestation period. You were born. Life imprinted upon you in all the ways that it imprints upon you. Your chart was born on the day you were born. You have all these other charts, by the way. In terms of what's supporting you in this life. So this is about life support. Okay, this is about life support, and that is what the year of the Earth Boar is. It's the gold pig. It's the golden thread. It's the golden thread of who you are and what's going to make your life work. What's going to make your life work? What's going to make your life flow in the way that you want it to flow? You're not in full control, but you are in control, and it's about you getting in control, getting into the driver's seat of your life, and claiming your domain primally and heartfully. and coming up against the pain and struggle that it takes for you to claim who you are, and that bright flame that lives inside of you that believes in you and loves you. And that's what it's time to topple down the demons of self-doubt, the demons of disempowerment, where you've been giving yourself away to an American dream model, and come into your dream. It's about your life dream model of reality. And it's a discovery process. It's an exploration process. And this year is about you know, with everything else that's happening in this phenomenal conjunction of Saturn and Pluto, January 2020. We're being funneled through essentially a period of self-actualization, and it's you meeting yourself. So how is that happening inside of you? We're in me, everyone, like, and what's possible? Well, for people who really want to wake up and who want to stop complaining and blaming, and it's you have to look at yourself and clear out these emotional draining leakages in your energy body. And so it's a getting to work year. It's like it's a new level of getting to work, and it's really beaming this bright light in your heart and what you want and who you are, and your life force just waking up inside of you, and your spirit alive that wants to claim your domain and claim those unlived parts of you that need breath, and they need life, and they need creativity. So it's about, this is you claiming your creative domain and coming up against the pain and struggle that it takes to claim it, the fight you have to fight. And part of the fight is fighting against your own negativity, fighting against your own, really getting powerful glimpses of like, that's not my heart. I can't live that way anymore. It's causing all this tension in my body. It's causing all this negativity. And so really getting very real with how you're participating in relationships, and how you're not communicating clearly, how you're participating in blame programs. And you don't need to stay focused on that. It's just like, it's about you coming through as yourself and just being like, this is me. This is who I am. I got to take off these limits that I've been limiting myself with. And yeah, it got me through to get here. And you don't have to even knock that. You don't have to look back and go, oh my God, I've been living a nightmare. And yeah, or I've been living, not in my power. And that's just what it is. We're here. You're here now. We're here now, and we are up against a reality model that has been ruling this planet for thousands of years, and it is just coming out of the seams of how the patriarchy got inside of our brains and screwed us up and distorted us. And we've each been participating in it in our own way, and it's up to each of us to revolt against that. And it's inside of you. There is a revolution happening, and the revolution is love. And so discovering what love is, and love is a spirit. Love is a multi-dimensional energy that claims you and gives you willpower. So this is a time of this next year of this Earth Boar. It's about grounding your willpower. It's about creating willpower. It's about waking up those lethargic places in you and saying, this is my life. I am here and I want to live. And we only have a certain amount of time, and we don't really know when our time is up, when we leave this body and move on. So there's a very real feeling. There's a very real pressure on your soul back, on my soul. And I feel it. I feel it everywhere. I hear it in the collective. And it's time to change. And in terms of course correcting, so this is a course correct. We've been course correcting for the last 10 years. As I spoke of in my other video around the Uranus and Pluto squares, and that 3.5 year period when Pluto and Uranus squared 7 times, and this time period that's ushering us into now with, again, this year of the Earth Boar, that is bringing in the Chiron and Aries years, which is, I think it's only about 3 years for the Chiron and Aries. I have to look that one up. And then Uranus is 8 years, eight and a half years. So that's these are big, like, it's really happening. And so what does the individual, what do you have to do with the collective? This is how Leo weaves into Aquarius. Humanity needs to change. Things have got to change, and we need to go into an ecological model of reality. We need to go holistic. You know, this time period of the industrial era and all the bludgeoning of the feminine and the supremacy of the intellect and don't pay attention to your emotions, that's been getting demolished the last 10 years, and it needs to continue to get demolished. So that's why I personally believe that the creativity that lives inside of you, of your heart and soul, is absolutely woven into the soul of this earth. And this earth wants a beautiful planet. It's a paradise planet. And so I believe inside of every living being is an entrepreneur. And that entrepreneur is your creativity. It's the businesses that you want to, the business that's your business is your creativity. And it's going to come through you. And I believe that our future is we're going to keep getting more and more people building their own businesses, because we inherently lives inside of every one of our blueprints. I do not believe people are left out of the blueprint. Everyone is included. That is how you were born into this earth. You're born into the blueprint. Everyone wants to be their own boss. It is not anyone's life dream to work for somebody else in somebody's life and somebody else's vision. We can collaborate and come together working with other people and their vision, and that's the collaboration piece of Aquarius. We link in, but I believe what lives inside of each individual is the be your own boss. And if you're going to be your own boss, you got to be your own superhero. And the superhero is Leo the lion and Leo the lioness. And there's an energy of there's a way in which the year of the Earth Boar correlates with the Leo life stream. It's a correlation, it's a synchronization. So that's what I believe is happening. I believe anyone who wants to empower themselves is taking their creativity seriously, and you literally have to revolt against your own demons of negativity. Like, I am not going to take this anymore, and you can't put it on your parents anymore. You can't. I mean, yeah, it's part of the story, but it's, you know, but you write your own story. You write your story of triumph. You write your story of victory, and that's how you get the trophy. That's how you get your trophy and your reward, through the pain and the struggle and the intensity that you have to meet to overcome yourself, because this is an overcoming year. This is like, that's bullshit. I'm not going to think that anymore. I'm too old. What the hell? Who sold you that one? And you believed it. Those kind of degenerating ideas, thoughts, feelings. So that's what Aquarius is about. It's a getting to work sign. It's like, I gotta get to work on my brain. I gotta get to work on myself. I gotta get to work on myself emotionally. I don't want to be that anymore. I want to be my own superhero. And so it is an uprising. Leo and Aquarius are the uprising signs. You got to uprise. You got to be your own victorious story in your life. So this is pouring through our reality in left and right. I mean, it is a multidimensional reality, and this year of the Earth Boar that commenced yesterday with the Aquarian new moon on Monday has released us. We have been released from the year from the eclipses. We've been released from the year of the Earth Dog, and we are now totally in a new time. And it's going to keep coming in. Again, February 18th, Chiron moves into Aries. March 6th, Uranus moves into Taurus. This is another level of wrapping up month, but we're sailing. We've set sail. So these last 2 months have been preparing to set sail. We are setting sail into a new territory. And at the heart of all of this is you and what you want and what you're willing to do and what you're willing to face. And so I offer up create willpower. It is creating willpower. Go to the gym, get yourself out. You've got to exercise your muscles and your energy. So it is getting yourself out there and doing the daily discipline that it takes to build those muscles, to build the muscles of your mind, the muscles of your emotional your emotional muscles, and change, and be willing to change and overcome. So that is what that is the year of the boar. The year of the earth boar, the gold boar. And I guarantee that a year from now, oh my gosh, oh gosh, the world we're building to steer humanity in the right direction and correct the wrongs of our ancestors. That brings up a whole other piece that I'm looking forward to addressing in terms of correcting the wrongs, and correcting the wrongs of our ancestors, correcting the wrongs of our times, and what it takes. Like when we open up and our Leonian, our lion and lioness heart opens up, we want to help other people. That's what's inside of everyone, is service. And so service to your soul is service to others. So let me know how you enjoyed this this video. Please like my video. That supports me and my endeavor, my personal endeavor to build Star Power Alchemy. YouTube, please subscribe and if you're interested in a reading to power up your year, and at any time, I've got packages that I offer to make it affordable for anyone. And I really believe that astrology, and I know astrology is one of those tools that's going to be that's coming back into humanity instead of being this thing that's negated by mainstream. So astrology is a powerful tool that serves you specifically. You have your blueprint. You have one, and if you want help with that, send me an email, starpoweralchemy@gmail.com. So much love to you, and thanks for tuning in.